Good evening everyone, I'm Cheryl Algie from Kerrang in Northern Victoria, Australia. And I had a card, well it wasn't organised, but I had something in mind yesterday. Wasn't feeling too well, so it didn't really come together totally. And then my order arrived this morning at, I don't know, 10 o'clock or something. So I completely changed tack. And I was going to have this all half adhered down before I went live, but as you can see I have not. So I'm just going to take those pieces off. So I'm going to be using, not sure how this is going to turn out. The stamp set I'm using is called Begonia Belle. And this is going to be a work in progress because until I get the patchworky stuff done, I don't know what colour I want for my background. So what I've used for my little squares is another new product called, where are we? I've put that away incorrectly by the look of it. Stitch Stocking. I don't know where is my sheet for it. Anyway, that's what we've got here. So I've used a combination of, you can see I've got a bit of paper in there, we can fix that later, of there's, I probably want to know what size these squares are. Let me look. If you're metric, it's about 3 centimetres. If you're in inches, it's about 1 1/4. So you get several of these. I was going to use the bigger ones, but because I didn't want to do Christmas, it actually cuts out a tree shape. And this one cuts out a present. And of course you could use your stylish shapes if you wanted to do something quicker. So, but I've concentrated on using these ones. Oh, that's stuck in there. I'll have to get that out later. That one cuts 2 little bits in half. This one cuts them in quarters. And I have actually used them in my little patchwork arrangement because you need them to fill in the gaps, so to speak. So just wanted to kind of lay it out and get it a little bit ready. And I'll probably forget where it was going. That's the thing, I had it all mapped out in my head, and then I kind of think I might find it easier if I put the seal directly on here. Now let's see what sort of a mess I can make here. I wanted it, of course I didn't just want it straight, I wanted it diagonal. I have made one out of, let me look, out of retired paper just to get the feel of it, like I nearly always do. This pink with, what did I have with the pink? I had that with the pink. So by putting seal I can actually lift that up. Actually, I don't think that's what I did. My first one. I can't remember where I started with my first one. That is my trouble. Maybe I went, yeah, maybe I'll just do this. No, because, gosh, I'm really not organised, am I? I went like, looks like I went like that. Now my cardstock is sticking to me. I think this is where I want to go. Like that. I wanted the pink with the, it's not the pink, this colour I wanted with the blue, I think. way. Probably doesn't really matter where you start. Let me just, now I've got 2 down, let me just put the seal all over it, otherwise goodness knows what sort of a mess I'm going to have. Just found this was easier than putting the glue on each little piece. And I'm not a fan of multi-purpose as a rule. Just put one down the edge. Goodness knows how this is going to turn out. We shall see. Another blue one. I'm just alternating. And then with these ones, I want the pink against the blue. Can you guys see what I'm doing? And then we're going to have the gold against the pink. And we can trim that down later. I wanted a blue one there. I think I need a hole. I might have to cut some more of these because I've gone totally different to what I did before. Or we can cut them off the edges and then put them where we need. There's another one of those. So I need a blue there. I'm just going to use my whole ones up first. So then I know how many more to cut. So against that we want this. I'm going to actually put a bit of glue onto that because I haven't got glue right to the edge of my paper there. That is right, isn't it? I've just got to keep my pattern correct as well. It's not as easy as you might think. It's probably easier than my first one, which I'll show you later, because I kept, I had too many colours I felt to start with and needed to. That's not got stitching all around it. Drat. That one has. I need one of them. I might just put a whole one of those. Probably need more of them. Where did I put them all? This was what I was afraid of. I'll have to cut more. Not that it's a big deal, but when you're live, I didn't want to be doing that when I was live. Just got to fill in a tiny corner there. We might end up cutting that off, so we mightn't worry too much. Just got to make sure it's the right side, because the wrong side of this, you can tell, or I can tell that it's the wrong side. Now we want these layers. And I haven't got enough, have I? A pink one, a full one. I've sadly miscalculated that, haven't I? What can we put there? We need our pink goes with that. That's right, isn't it? Yep. Just checking. And so we need another full golden glow one. We need some blue. just grab my little machine. Where is it? Right over here. So that I'm not disappearing on you. And we've got lots of stuff happening. You would have seen my post about the I've got to concentrate. I can't talk and do this at the same time. I'm sorry. I've got to concentrate because I want how many of them do I want? Probably if I do 2, that would be good. I'm cutting these into 3.5 centimetre pieces. So I need some golden glow there. Do I have any pink bits? I do have a little pink bit. And some blue. Just cut. And you can cut these together. It doesn't hurt your machine because it's DSP. So just quickly run these 2 through and see if we've got enough. Our big square one, our full square one, not our big one. I might do one with halves of them. So I did try and use up my scraps really well, and I've ended up, geez, by not cutting the whole thing out, so I may need some more of these pieces. Just see how we go with that. Look, because I did 2 together. Well, I've only got 1 of each though, haven't I? Might need more. Sorry about this. I was going to be more organised than this. I was going to have this half stuck down before I went live, and I forgot what I was going to do. Do you do that too? That's the full one. So pink is with the gold. And then we want another. I've got one of them. No, we don't. We want this one. No, I haven't got. It's got its bit cut off it. I don't want that. I'll have to do some more pink ones too. Darn it. Now, what have we got here? A blue. Let's just see what we can see. A blue and then another pink one, is it? Another one of those ones. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, here it is. Here we go. There's a little pink one there, because that's right. That's right. Getting my jigsaw puzzle together. Now another pink one there, but have I got the... No. Filled in all the gaps except I've got to have another full half a pink one because I can't have, can I? No. I don't know if you can see what I mean. So I've tried to use it up, but I've got no stitching there. So let's just see if that will fit. No, got no stitching there either. I just need another little piece. How annoying is that? Of the pink. That was the one I was trying to use up because I didn't like the card that was in the... Well, it wasn't my style. It was alright, I suppose, but it just wasn't my style. And because I had the paper already cut, well, I may as well use it up. So I did. Just let's cut another. It's only one of those little tiny ones. Just see if one of those tiny ones fits, or do we need the other one? Yeah, that one fits. So that's what we'll do. So then you get 4, but don't worry if you've cut too many because you can use them on the inside of your card as well and on your envelope. I'm going to do 2 because I may as well. Oops, if I put them on the right platform we might be cooking with gas. These out. Oh, I see a little area there too. Let's investigate that before we put the machine away. It's just a little tiny pink area. I might be able to do with this little scrap. Yes, I can. Can I? Is that a proper one? Pick it up. No, that's the one I tried to use before. No, it's not going to work. Have to be that one. And I'll probably end up cutting that off anyway, but anyway. I've got bits everywhere. This live is probably going to go longer than what I would have wanted. But anyway, that's how it goes. Now, because that's all stuck. No rubbish there. Where's my bin? That crab. Oops. Just a pair of my scissors, what do you call them, that don't, I don't want to cut my white. Another one I had to trim down because I'd cut the edges. Of the white, and I might need to with this too. What have I done there? That was coming off, wasn't it? Wasn't stuck properly. come back to that. Stick it on properly. Yeah, as I was saying, there's a Stampin' Up! Have a new, I don't know that it's a new join offer, but you get a welcome. Well, I don't know if we're allowed to tell you that. It's supposed to be a surprise when you join up. I'm not sure. There's that, and there's a percentage off. I'm sorry, I don't have the details. As I said, I haven't been feeling that well, so I've only just thought of that now. But you can look that up on my website. If you're interested in Paper Pumpkin, there's a special going on for that as well. I think it's something you get back or something you get when you sign up. That's a pretty good piece. Let's just put, what was it, a piece of that pink, wasn't it? Just this bit here. I might have to put a bit of glue on here, make sure it sticks. Just on the little corner, sorry, you probably didn't see that. Make sure it sticks, sticking to everything but the card. I don't think I'm going to trim this one down, but I just did wait to see. This one's going to be different to my other one, I reckon. So then, to make it look like a quilt, I tried with a different folder on my first try, and it hardly made an impression. So I'm going with the Lazy Daisy. I'll go over to my big machine and pop that through and show you. I should show you a before and after. So that's before. Everything takes time, and I just get annoyed that now when I get a stamp set, I've got to stamp the stamp and make things for the inside. So if that annoys you too, please do contact Stampin' Up! And say, come on, give us inserts for our cards. I have done it. I have sandboxed it. So there we go. I've got the Lazy Daisy embossing folder on there. I'm not going to put any ink on there. I think you can see enough. And I was going to put, where's my, I'm thinking I'm liking the blue like that, maybe. I want blue, or do I want, cantaloupe? Where's my cantaloupe? I want green. I've got every colour here except cantaloupe. What have I done with that? Maybe I'll put it away. Yep, when you can't find something, look where you put, look where you keep it. It might be there. Let's see. That's not going to tell you much, is it? If I have the blue there, you can't tell. I actually think I might like the blue better. Yeah, I don't know that I like the cantaloupe. Let's see what it would look like with another colour in between. It might look alright. because I want to do some flowers, and I thought the cantaloupe would stand out better. No, I don't like that. See, if I had got cantaloupe ready, I probably would have used it, and I would have thought afterwards, no, I don't like that. Fussy, aren't I? I do like the blue hydrangea hue. That looks nice, I think. Get off. I think I might need to, yeah, put a white, or perhaps a pink in there. Maybe the pink. And that means I'll have to cut that down. Yeah, I'll do pink. Let's fold this. I don't know that I like it straight on there. Although let's go with it. Let's do our flowers, because that was the next thing. I've got that cut down to, there we go, we've got a piece of scrap here. And as I said, it was going to do cantaloupe flowers, but because I've got the blue background, I think I probably need to do hydrangea hue. Now with this, it's a 2-step stamp, and it's a little bit tricky. Oh, I found it a little bit tricky anyway, to, I think this is the dark. I think this is what you do with the dark, is what I mean. And then the light. Stamped off. It's fairly easy to, sorry, losing my voice, she says, and then she can't line it up, eh? It was easy before, anyway. Gotta laugh at yourself, don't you? Otherwise you might cry. Is that right? I think that's right, is it? I had, look, you won't believe me, I had no trouble with my other ones. I've done 2, and I haven't had any trouble. So let's see what that looks like. That's not too shabby, is it? Quite like that. So the only thing is we haven't got dies, so we have to fussy cut that. And we want some leaves. Same thing with the leaves. It's a little bit tricky to know which goes first until you stamp it. So I might stamp that on my, what do I do there? I think that's the light. And that's the dark, I think. Yeah, I think that's right. That's the dark. That's the light. Do we like that? You could just, let's do that. Dark. Dark. I had 3 leaves on my other one. Let's do the same. This is the light, so we want to go, maybe I'm doing them the wrong way around. Who knows? Oops. What did I say that was? The light. Didn't I? I'm being distracted because someone's trying to get me on my phone. But let me just see if we do that dark. And make this one the light. What does that do? Give us a different look, and you wouldn't even necessarily need to do the two lots, would you? Yeah, I like that better. I think I like that better. Let's much of a muchness, but I did like that leaf better, so I'm going to flip that over. Am I going to flip that over? I'm just going to do this. Don't think that'll fit on there. Don't think it will. I'll just flip that over and try and remember what I did. What did I do? That. And then that. No, other way around, I think. That. And then the dark. Now I can't see. It's too light for me to see. That might be the same as what I did before, isn't it? Yeah, it is. This one needs to be dark. Goodness. I might figure this out before this gets sold out. No, I'm gonna do those two while I'm on the right train, hey? Talking of trains, bit of a disaster with the trains, wasn't there? Lucky I didn't need to go anywhere on the train. Oops. I see they're back and running. Well, one went past earlier, just after lunch, so I guess they're back on track. I did stamp the little ones, but didn't use them on my other cards, so, and we'll be cleaning these after, because we've got a card to make. And hopefully this looks good, because I don't want to keep you too long. Pretty easy to fussy cut these. That off. Did anyone get this set? It was available on July the 1st, so no, I've only just got my order, and I did order that day too because I wanted some more foiling dies, and I've not had time to play yet. I'm sorry about that. I want to, but I've had too many other things to get done. You ever feel like you're overwhelmed? Well, that's me right now. I don't know where to turn next. I've got a class to prepare and a get foiling, and yeah, it's just all a bit much. Too much Stop throwing things at us. We haven't got time to use one thing and we've got another thing. I have to lean back a bit. My back is starting to kill me. Hi, Miss Sharon, how are you? Didn't see you there. I've been concentrating. Concentrating and concentrating. I see you ordered this, didn't you? Do you have yours yet? I could have done some masking, well, not with this what I'm doing here, but if you wanted other examples, and I haven't done any other examples because I only got it today. I reckon us demonstrators should get it early so we've got time. We should be able to have access early so we have time to play before it goes live, because otherwise by the time we get it, like with last month, the cute little animal one, I've forgotten what it was called now. I haven't even used it. I think I used a sentiment, because what was the point in me promoting it when it was gone already? No one can buy it. You've got to be quick. If you really love something, you've got to be quick. But then I do understand that you need to have, well, in Australia, $125 worth ready to order. And even, sorry about that. I hope she didn't cut me off. No, she didn't. I did try and ring her before, and I was going to send her a message and say, don't ring me, and I forgot, so totally my fault. I was in a hurry to go live. Oh, you got yours today too, Sharon. Oh, that's good. You'll be able to play as well. The rest of this card will go pretty quick, I promise you. It was actually a pretty quick card to make, apart from all the die cutting. You can die cut two at once, so it's not too bad. You can, if you don't like the little squares, you could use the bigger ones in your stylish shapes dies. So now let's see. I haven't even stuck that on yet, have I? What did I do with it? Oh, I see, it's over here. Thought I had something weird on my card then, but it's just a piece of that now. I could put a white piece behind it, but I'm not going to. White or a pink. I wasn't rushing, I probably would, but I have to cut it down, and it's not that easy to cut down once you've embossed it. So I did on my other one. I ended up cutting it down more than what I wanted. So we'll just go with it. Give it a bit of a massage to stick it down. And we are going with a blue flower and a couple of peaceful pine leaves. It's got other leaves. I did stamp them and cut them out, but I didn't end up using them for my other cards, so I'm just not going to for this one. I'm not particularly liking the card stamped, the flower stamped in hydrangea, but in the interest of time, we'll just go with it. And it might grow on me. Couple of dimensionals on here. nearly to the end of my sheet and they're sticking to me. I might do those leaves first actually. Let's chop these so I can use them. I'm just going to not be very generous with my dimensionals because I may have to lift it. And we want our flower around that way, I think. And one of our leaves can go where? About there. And the other one can go kind of on the top of it. Looking at my other card to see where I had them. This one looks a bit weird if you put it there. I put it under to hide the top of the leaf and I was happier with it like that. So now we just need a sentiment, and there's a nice sentiment. It says best wishes in there. Excuse me. Just a little scrap of cardstock. Push that out. Sorry. Now, where is it? What did she do with her stamp? Goodness gracious me, what have I done with it? Little tiny stamp. Where are you? Oh, under here. Knew it couldn't have gone far. Let's make sure I've got the Blackberry Bliss off it that I used from other card. Now, what colour should we put the sentiment? Perhaps the blue. It's here, so we'll use that. Why am I losing my voice? Sorry about that. Just gone all croaky. Probably the cold air is setting in, I guess. I don't think I want that as fat as that. No, here's a smaller one, and I won't have to cut it down. See, being lazy I am. Do that. When I stamp a sentiment, I usually stamp. Oops. See, that wasn't inked up properly. I usually do a couple or three. That one didn't ink up properly either, but anyway, that's all right. We only need two. We don't even need two. What are you talking about? We don't even need two, do we? Just need one. Good one. Just do an end like that and probably cut that down a bit more. Excuse me. Little dimensional one end of this. And you want it on the best wishes and the beginning of the sentiment end. Jeez. We could have put some ribbon or something. There, I'm being very quick tonight. Probably could have put that up a bit higher too. And maybe we could have put some gold twine. That would have been nice. Anyway, and I don't actually think that needs any embellishments because it's got all those gold bits. Let's just do something like this for the inside. They're both whole ones, aren't they? Let's just do that. I wasn't going to bother, but I think I will. Then the card is complete, isn't it? Just got to do my envelope. I might just do a flower on the envelope. Or I might do a bit with these. Nothing too fancy. Just, as I said, I had the patchwork bit done, and then I thought, oh, well, why can't I combine the two? Because my first one I did with retired paper, it actually had kind of roses in the paper. Go, and I'll show you that one too. Let's get rid of all the mess under here and the yucky, what's the names? Oh yeah, when I see it like that, I don't mind that. Looks quite good if I do so myself. And I did this one with, that was a celebration paper, and you'll probably want to know the name of it. What's this one? That sheet is my favourite. It was called Bloom Impressions. So in using that, I've used up some, oh, that's doing there. I've used up some retired cardstock as well. That one's really pretty. But two different ideas, two different cards. Perfect as is. Thank you, Sharon. Thanks for joining me. And oh, I should pull them down a bit. You can't see them properly. I was watching a funeral online yesterday, and my uncle's funeral actually, and the cameraman was cutting the speakers' heads off, like half their heads. I thought that was very annoying. Anyway. Okay, so I'll see you next Thursday. Bye-bye. Thanks, Sharon. I just saw your comment. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye.